If you're like me and you have a failing battery, and especially in winter, you tend to carry around with some spare jump leads in the back of your car, just in case you break down in the middle of nowhere, hoping a passing friendly motorist will help you out, which can be a bit hit and miss at the best of times, there's something else that you can use. And it's this, a battery jump starter, which once charged you can just keep it in your glove compartment or on your boot somewhere. And with some extra leads that come with it, it'll get you going again. It also doubles up as a battery bank, so you can charge your phone. And it also doubles up as a battery tester when you put an app on your phone, which will perform battery cranking and charging tests. So you won't need to buy a separate unit for that. So that's quite a nifty little device, I think. So we'll go and have a closer look at this. So this is it, a TOPDON V2200 Plus jump starter and battery tester. I've used these products before and they're pretty good. I've been constantly using a trickle charger by TOPDON without any bother at all. So I'm hoping this is just as good. So it says it works with all 12 volt batteries up to 6 litre diesels. The battery power is 16,000 milliamp hours. Has 2 standard USB outputs that will deliver up to 18 watts. A round pin DC output, 16.8 volts, 10 amps, and a USB Type-C output, which also doubles up as the input. There's detailed specifications in the instructions that cover these also, which I'll show you later on in the video. The battery tester runs through an app using Bluetooth, which can perform various tests, including a health status, internal resistance, a cranking test, using cranking time and voltage, and a charging test to measure load, no load and ripple voltage. And it also has some good safety protection measures such as reverse polarity and overcurrent protection, so you can't really attach it incorrectly or burn it out. So let's open it and see what we've got. Comes in this nice little travel case by the looks of it, so that's easy to store in the back of your car. TOPDON. It's got a sort of soft feel, but firm enough to protect it. Zip it open, and here we are. Instructions by the looks of it. And the device is in here. Yeah, seems quite a sturdy device really. Various ports, protected corners. Oh, and it's got a flashlight. Here we are. Oh, that's not bad. Little flashlight could be quite handy on a dark night. If you break down in the middle of nowhere with no street lights at 3 o'clock in the morning. On this side you've got your 2 standard USB ports behind this little rubber flap. Just pull that back. It's quite sturdy. 12, 9 and 5 watt. And on this side you've got your input and output Type-C and DC port. That fits snugly inside the case. And in the top part behind the mesh is the leads with some sort of adapter that you plug into the device, which I presume houses the Bluetooth device. Yeah, Bluetooth there. Just tells you what the lights mean on the front of the unit. And the 3-pin connector, which fits into the unit just behind this flap. So you plug that just in here at the front. Right. It only fits in one way. Like so. A little light flashing. I think that's the Bluetooth connection light for the battery check app that I'll have to set up on the phone. But I don't think you need that to use it as an ordinary jump starter. The other light next to it will turn green when you've connected it correctly, unless you've got really low voltage, and in that case then you need to press the boost button to the right to force the device to give an output, to try and even get the most decrepit batteries going again. And it should only be used when extremely low voltage occurs. And here's the status of the battery, so I'll have to charge it up. It's only half full. And one thing that's definitely good on these TOPDON devices is the clamping leads. They're really good, really nicely made, which I can attest to be very durable. Obviously very clearly colour coded, red and black, for positive and negative respectively. They also have an extra fly lead across the jaws themselves, as you can see here. It also comes with a USB lead from Type C to standard USB, so you can charge it. So that's what I'll do now. So I'll plug my USB-C in here, and the other end into a 3 amp charger, which you often get on sockets these days. Plug it in and the indicator lights are flashing, so that's charging now. So I tried different setups to see which should give the best current charging, and what I found best was using a Samsung phone charger rather than the wall socket outlet, which only gave me about 1.5 amps. This one gave me 2.2 amps, so I'll leave that to charge. While that's waiting, we'll have a quick look through the instructions. V2200 Plus, user manual by TOPDON. My model's European and comes in 6 different European languages. Usual safety stuff, what's included, and a layout of the device. How the thing works, including a description of the boost button, which you want to use when you've got a really discharged battery. It shows you how to connect it all up, and then how to use it on the car. And here's the QR code to download the app from the App Store or Google Play. And then on how to use the app to perform the battery tests. And finally the specifications and warranty. Right, I'll download the app. Scan the code. Press on the link. Battery Labs. Download. Ignore the advert. Agree the terms and conditions. And here we are. Just need to add the device when I turn it on. So I'll do that later. We'll go test the jump starter on a failing battery. Right, we're all charged up now. I'll just measure the voltage at the battery with my multimeter. And we've got 10.49, 10.5 volts. And when I try and start the car, no good, won't start. Try it again. No, it's only just barely turning over the starter motor. Right, attach the jump starter. Attach the module and leads into the battery bank. And then attach the red positive lead first onto the battery, nice and firmly. And then the black negative lead. And immediately you'll probably hear a little click and you'll see the green light come on. And what the clicks are indicating is that there's sending a charge into the battery in a sort of pulsating mode. So then you'll just leave it a few times and then try and start the car. If you don't get a green light at all, then press the little boost button on the side to enable it to go into forced output mode, which should reset the device so you can get a green light again. If it doesn't start the first time, you're supposed to take this off, wait 20 or 30 seconds and then reattach it and try again. So I'll go and see if it starts now. Hey, yep, starts, no bother at all. When you've got it running, take care of taking the leads off. The negative one off first and then the positive. So as far as the jump starter goes, that works great. Gets me back on the road and off we go. So what about the other functions? If we detach the battery power bank, put that to one side, and we're left with the module and the leads. And if we attach the leads, positive on first and then negative, nice and securely, and then look at the unit, you can see the green light is on and the Bluetooth is flashing. So now I can get my phone out, open the app and do some battery testing. So whilst I initially went through the parameters for a battery test, the device recognised the battery voltage was too low and to charge it. So it's getting a bit late in the day now, so I'll put it on charge and come back to it tomorrow. Right, back to it. Go into the app, Battery Lab, Jump Surge, View Details, Battery Test, Cranking Test, Charging Test, Real-Time Voltage. Right, we'll do a battery test first. Right, you've got to enter the battery parameters, what type of battery it is and what standard it uses, which will be printed on the battery. Mine's 780 cold cranking amps. Press Next. Oh, Bluetooth not attached. Try again. Ah, yeah, it is attached. Right, try again. Press Next. Ah, that's it, it's working. Yes, it's fully charged. And here we are. A basic battery health check. 12.9 volts. That's okay. Ah, but it says bad battery cell. Please replace. So it's picked up that one of the cells has failed. That's why it's only saying 60% for this state of health when it's fully charged. But it's still giving out 606 amps and it does start. So even though it's got a failed cell, I can use it for a little bit longer. And the internal resistance is okay. Right, I'll press save, which will save it into your gallery. Right, we'll do a cranking test. Turn off all accessories. So your lights and your fan, etc. Confirm and start the vehicle. Is the engine started successfully? I think it means has the engine started successfully? Yes. And here's the results. Give you normal cranking voltage for the battery, 10.1 volts, or it should be. Mine's 10.08 volts, slightly under. And it does that in 280 milliseconds. Save that. Do a charging test now. Turn off all the accessories and start the car. Increase the revs per minute to 2,500 and hold it. Easier said than done. Right, here, okay. Turn on loads of devices. And here's the results, which is what I expected, over 14 volts, no problems there. And finally, real-time voltage, which as expected gives a real-time graph and a figure, which is about 14.42 volts. So there we are, quite a good device, especially when you can do it from inside the car, which is really useful because you can keep out of the weather while you do it. Not too bad that. Log in to enjoy more services. So I think if you have an account with TOPDON, you can get more usage out of the app, but that'll do for me. Anyway, so that's quite a good device and it's something I'd definitely recommend. Could get you out of a tight spot if you break down in the middle of nowhere. And as usual, if you want one of these, have a look in the description. I'll leave a link in there to the device and any discount codes that I can come across. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give us a thumbs up, it really helps with the channel. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Press the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.